welcome back to another episode of A Lady's Garden. I hope everyone's been having a good week and having a good weekend. And I wanted to give a couple updates, not too many, but a couple updates to the garden. It's been raining here yesterday, early this morning, but over the week. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I like to kind of stand at the window and look at the garden and somehow come up with ideas. I guess you do eventually. Just trying to get inspiration. So something that I was thinking about, I mentioned that I wanted to put or have solar string lights, and they're going to kind of enclose this area over my bistro set. But I also had two urns that I really like, and they had the boxwoods in them, the Green Mountain boxwoods, that had to get moved because they outgrew the pot. But the pots are so beautiful. But something that I didn't really like was the idea of having the poles and the pots. So my idea was to have the poles, it's not metal poles, it's actually wood poles that I have that I'm going to cement into a base. The base isn't going to be a pot. I changed my mind about using a pot, but I did find deck blocks. And I didn't want the deck block next to the pot. I thought it just looked too cluttered. And I'm trying to be very mindful about how many ornaments I have in my garden. So I moved the pots. And now when I moved the pots, it really was to clean them and to just kind of store them. But then while I was standing out here, I came up with an idea of where to put them. And now they're here. And I really like it. And at first I just put them here to see how I liked it. So I put things down and then I run back inside. And I go into the house to look and see how it looks from inside the house. And I really like it. I really like it a lot. I think it just kind of pulls this little area together. Something I did have to do because I remember I did plant an allium bulb in that same area, and it was difficult to plant the allium bulb because of the roots from the rose bush, from the boxwood, from the arborvitaes. So I dug the allium out. It's not going to be, buried under there forever. Eventually it would have just rot because it couldn't come up, but we didn't want that. So I did pull them out. There's only one on each side because of the root competition. I really couldn't dig down there. I didn't want to dig down there too deeply or too aggressively and disturb roots. Anyway, now I have a very nice planting spot for annuals. And because the roses are pink, I'm going to use purple. Probably Super Petunia Bordeaux or some type of mini petunia or some sort, but the possibilities are endless. So I'm excited about that, and I really like the way it looks. Now the trellis behind, oh my word, I just scared a bunny. The bunny just took off. Oh boy. Anyway, so the trellis behind it, I could keep. Like I said, I didn't want it to be. I want to be mindful of how many ornaments I put in my garden, so I could keep the trellis there. I do have a climbing rose back there. I don't think I'm going to get enough sunlight to have that climbing rose happy, but I do have sweet peas, a lot of sweet peas that I have planted in our winter jugs. So maybe if they start growing, I can pop a sweet pea in there. But I just wanted to show you guys that. And I am going to stain them to all match, just like that deep brown color. This was the original color, and you can see from it being up against the house, kind of got like, discolored and whatnot. Also, over here, remember I was going to put a Hilary holly. Well, they grow really slowly. I mean, really slowly. The one that I have over there has been in the ground for many, many years. I mean, many years. That's why it's that size. But they do grow slowly. So I actually have another idea. See, things always changing. Standing by the window, thinking sometimes too much about the garden. But hey, can you blame me? I'm a gardener. Anyway, there is a holly that is by the pine tree on the other side of the garden, by the gate side. And it's not doing very well. It is looking like it's struggling. I know it's not happy. So I was thinking about putting it here. It's a good size holly. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was either China Girl holly, and I know they can get to a decent size, but I'm still going to put it here anyway, and I'll just trim it back. I know some people might say, no, don't do that. Remember, right plant for the right spot, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I've read that sometimes they don't usually get that big, or their growth may say a certain size, but they actually run a little smaller. So I'm going to go with it. I'm going to try to do it, see what happens, and then it'll probably be a future me problem. Hopefully not, but over here, let me take you guys here. So remember last year around this time, I had planted a decent amount of, I see some bull action. Anyway, focus. I had planted a decent amount of, how do you say, daffodils and a few tulips that I threw in here. They're coming back. Because remember, the stonework was way up closer, probably where those two sedums were. So they are all kind of clustered here, which is nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I think one's over there. So anyway, let me get started on moving again. Still moving plants, and we're still in February. But I'm going to get started on moving that holly, and then I'll show you guys. Okay, talk to you soon. Okay, everyone, I'm back. And I moved it. And this poor holly has been by the pine tree for a number of years. I mean, we're talking easily 4 years. And it didn't get any bigger. And when I dug it up, it came up too easy. I mean, too easy. And the bottom of the hole was just flooded with water. So where it wasn't happy. I'm hoping that it's happy here. And I think it looks really nice. I mean, think about it. This area is starting to fill up pretty quickly, which is exciting. It is exciting. So we're going to see how everything progresses. Probably just might as well take you for a little walk. I've been kind of toying with the area over here because I have, again, I know I'm trying to be mindful with my garden ornaments, but I do like garden ornaments. Particularly, I like metal garden ornaments like trellises and whatnots. So this area over here, it does need something with a little bit of height. I had the hanging basket there, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not a really big fan of hanging baskets because they're kind of hard to take care of. If you have them I know the more dirt you have, the better the plants will be, less watering, but the thing is, I don't want to buy too big of a hanging basket if I don't really care for hanging baskets that much anyway. So, and I don't want to be a hypocrite because I do have a basket on the deck and on a tree that I do plant plants into, but I guess they are protected so it doesn't get that dried out quickly, and this area wouldn't either because of the thundercloud. But I kind of want something like this trellis, but this trellis just seems a little small for this area, but I don't want to get something too tall. So I mean, I could put a pot here, but I'll have to buy one if I did, and I'd have to have it the color of, or the finish rather, of Mother Mary and this bird bath here, because I kind of like things to match. Anyway, turn this way. I think it's looking pretty. I'm very pleased with it. But you know what else I discovered? So let's take a walk over here, and I will show you guys something that is super exciting to me. Super, super exciting. So I wanted to check on these, and no action yet until, because I started to work my way down from this end to this end, and look at this. Maybe you guys can't see it. Hold on. Let me pick it up. Okay, there we are. Check that out. That's a little plant baby. A little sweet pea plant baby. Super, super exciting. And you get to see my dirty glove. Super exciting. So the sweet pea sprouted in my winter jugs. I didn't see the other one yet because I have another sweet pea further down, but I am super encouraged, super exciting, super excited for the gardening season. That's it. I'm really happy with the holly being here. I'm happy that, I decided to just use a plant that I had in the garden that's kind of suffering. I'll help it along. I'll try to, recuperate it. And it was free. It was paid for a long time ago. So that's always a plus. Okay, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you guys are being safe, staying positive as we get through these few last weeks or several last weeks of winter. Spring is on its way. Happy gardening, fellow gardeners, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!